so our presentation is on disease and cancer. So we thought we'd start with describing what a risk is. So it's a probability that damage to health will occur as a result of a hazard. And a disease is a particular abnormal pathological condition that affects part or all of an organism. Cancer isn't a single disease, so it doesn't have a single cause. Some of the factors that may cause cancer are beyond our individual control, so age or hereditary genetic factors. So the first type of cancer you can get is skin cancer, and this comes from ultraviolet exposure, so from ultraviolet rays from the sun. So too much UV radiation from the sun, basically the UV rays damage the DNA cells in your skin on the upper layers of your skin, and your body has ways of repairing the damage. But some damaged DNA can be left behind. Your body's attempt to repair this damage is what causes the painful symptoms of sunburn. And getting a painful sunburn just once every 2 years can triple the risk of melanoma, which is a tumour of melanin-forming cells. So basically that's why it's important to sort of wear sun cream and be protected from UV exposure. Okay, so advice about the risks of UV exposure. Most people think sunburn is happening on holiday in hot places, which is quite true, but in a recent survey, more than a third of people admitted the last time they were sunburned was actually in the UK rather than a hot place over the world. So individually, obviously, you can wear sun cream, hats, stay in the shade, that kind of thing. But industrial-wise, companies should make sure their sun protection products have been fairly tested, so there's sort of no disaster when it goes out where it doesn't work or anything like that. So there's quite a few trial stages for that. Governmentally, you can manage the risk by following the guidelines set by the government. So an example of a piece of legislature would be a ban on operators from the following use of sunbeds by under 18s in commercial premises.
Smoking. Smoking is by far the most important preventable cause of cancer in the world. The World Health Organization has estimated that if trends continue, tobacco can cause 1 billion deaths in the 21st century. Smoking causes more than 4 in 5 cases of lung cancer. Lung cancer has one of the lowest survival rates of all cancers and is the most common cause of cancer death in the UK. It also increases the risk of a cancer of the blood called acute myeloid leukemia.
Or lymphoma.
Yeah. Years of research have proven that smoking causes cancer, but this doesn't mean that all smokers will definitely get cancer, or that all non-smokers won't. It means that smoking greatly increases the risk of this disease. Smokers are, on average, however, much more likely to get cancer than non-smokers. The fact is that half of all the long-term smokers eventually die from cancer or other smoking-related illnesses, and half of those will die in middle age between 35 and 69. Tobacco smoke contains more than 70 different substances that are thought to cause cancer. When you inhale smoke, these chemicals enter your lungs and spread around the rest of your body. Scientists have shown that these chemicals can damage DNA and change important genes. This causes cancer by making your cells grow and multiply out of control. Thanks to research, new policies and improved public awareness of the benefits of quitting, the proportion of smokers in the UK has halved in the last 50 years. Because of this, the rate of people dying from lung cancer has been decreasing steadily since the 1980s. It takes time to see the benefit, but giving up smoking saves lives. Advice on reducing risk of cancer from smoking. The best way for smokers to reduce their risk of cancer is to give up smoking completely. Quitting greatly reduces the risk of smoking-related cancers, as well as other diseases such as heart and lung disease. Scientists have found that the number of years you spend smoking affects your cancer risk even more strongly than the number of cigarettes you smoke a day. For example, smoking 1 pack a day for 40 years is more dangerous than smoking 2 packs a day for only 20. The serious damaging effects of smoking cannot be cancelled out by leading an otherwise healthy lifestyle like keeping fit or eating healthily. An individual piece of advice is follow advice on how to quit smoking as soon as possible using internet or leaflets. Industrial piece of advice would be to reduce the amount of nicotine in products to contain less harmful chemicals. And government advice would be to increase the area of warning labels referring to the risk of smoking, like referring to cancer, and increase the amount of advertising for the general population to reduce the risk of cancer from smoking.
Diet and exercise is another cause of cancer, and evidence has suggested that physical activity can protect against a number of cancers, including colon and breast cancer. The minimum recommended levels of physical activity are 30 minutes per day on most days of the week for adults and 1 hour per day on most days of the week for children and young people. There is some evidence that being overweight or obese could increase the risk of many other types of cancer, including leukemia, liver cancer, multiple myeloma, non-Hodgkin lymphoma, ovarian cancer, and aggressive prostate cancer and thyroid cancer. The evidence within the graph below clearly shows that as waistlines expand around the Western world, the link between obesity and cancers of the liver is an urgent public health issue. Some advice on individual, apart from the obesity and alcohol, there isn't much specific evidence at the moment that diet can reduce cancer risk. But a healthy diet may help it also lower your risk of other diseases such as heart disease. To eat healthily, you can eat at least 5 portions of raw or lightly cooked fruit and veg a day. Eat more fibre, such as oily fish, e.g. salmon, trout and mackerel. You could eat less salts and sugary foods. Eat more whole grain cereals and bread. You could don't fry foods if you're using fat in cooking. Choose vegetable oils and check your body mass index to see if you are a healthy weight for your height. On an industrial level, you could food and drink products should aim to be as healthy as possible, and on the governmental level, they try to make food labels clearer by using the Food Standards Agency tracking light system across the UK, as well as restricting the advertising and marketing junk food to children, and promote policies that will encourage people to be more active, such as promoting walking and cycling routes. Other risk factors to be aware of can be some cancers are linked to occupation. For example, exposure to asbestos in the workplace is linked to the development sometimes many years later of lung cancer. Interim research from Imperial College London suggests that occupational exposures are responsible for around 4.9% of current deaths from lung, bladder, nose and nasal cavity cancers. Non-melanoma skin cancers and leukemia combined. However, the researchers considered this to underestimate the true figure, and further studies are being undertaken. There is now a substantial body of evidence which links alcohol to cancer. Cancer Research UK suggests that alcohol causes about 6% of cancer deaths in the UK. As little as 3 drinks a day can increase the risk of cancer of the oral cavity, pharynx, larynx, aorta, breast and large bowel. advice suggests that men should consume no more than 3 to 4 times a day and no more than 21 units a week. And for women to consume no more than 2 to 3 units a day and no more than 14 units a week. This advice suggests that people should also have at least 2 alcohol-free days a week.
Basically, we've prepared a little quiz for you guys, testing sort of what we were talking about there. So, are you all ready? I don't know, do you want to sort of write them down or put your hand up? Write them down?
Yeah.
If you know them. So, question number 1, what causes the painful symptoms of sunburn?